What's going on, guys? It's your boy MMA King Crease with you with another video. MMA Crease King, whatever. Coming back to you with another video. I know I mess up my name all the time, so it's all good. Um, Today's video we are going to be talking about a Oscar-winning film, Oscar-winning actress that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, Honora. Now, listen, Mikey Madison, lovely actress, by the way. She's really beautiful, very beautiful. Um, I have some things on this movie that I will say that are a little bit controversial, and I'll let you guys know. But you know what? I mean, overall, I think yeah, I think it's gonna be a good review on this one. So, a little bit of synopsis on Honora. It's about a young lady named Annie that does exotic sex work. Yes, exotic. Oh my. That likes doing that does sex work for a living. She's really good at it, but she's trying to find a way out of this situation until she meets a new business client named Ivan. That's a young, arrogant, spoiled rich kid with problems. Some of the cast members is uh Mikey Madison, and she won the Best Actress for the Oscars for 2025. So she did pretty good right there. So congratulations to her. Mark. Now I'm gonna mess up some of these names. These are some Russian names. Like it gets really European up in here. So like forgive me if I mess up these names. I'm just gonna probably say their characters. You got Mark. I did yeah, don't know what his last name is. It's too long, but his character was named Ivan, and he's a little shit, man. Oh yeah, going back to Mikey Madison's character Annie. She's the main character, of course. She's the one that does the exotic work. It's a little controversial or whatever with this movie. Yeah, basically she won for being a sex worker. Where you could have had Demi Moore be that one, but I'll get to that later inside the video. Of course, yeah, Mark. Um, I'm just gonna say Mark E or whatever. That's how I'm gonna say his name. He plays Ivan, and he's a selfish, rich little kid that deserves to get his ass kicked every single day. I mean, 8 times till Sunday. You got a male actor named Karen something. He plays Toros, which is Ivan's guardian, and he's freaking hilarious, man. You got Vakachi. He plays Garnet. He's one of Taurus's bodyguards, and you also got Yuri. And his played by and his character's called Igor. And like he's a pretty much kind of like a gentle giant type of dude, and he really feels a lot of sympathy for Annie. I would arguably say that he might even like her, however, but during the movie. But yeah, so the things that I liked about this movie, of course, I love me some Mikey Madison and her dance moves, of course. Okay. All right. I know. That might be a little bit of a gooner thing or whatever the kids are saying today. But hey, I mean, if you watch the movie, you're like, damn. Okay. But no, all jokes aside, I like how they tell you what is the life in the sex work industry, and how does it what does a young woman go through every day on when they do those type of jobs, which um later on I will tell you on my dislikes on why I think that's bad too at the same time, and it's promoting the wrong thing. Definitely I love the fact that her and Ivan were having a good time. Like, they were partying, they were being like, crazy young adults. It kind of just reminds me back in my day when in my 20s, like, you're just going out, having a good time, you're with your friends, you party all night long. You don't even think that you're ever gonna get old, surprisingly, until death and taxes come to get you. But yeah, that's you're just partying all night long. Also, some of my favorite scenes in this movie is with Taurus, Igor, and Garnet. Those three with Annie, when they, like, all three were just looking for Ivan, because there's a funny scene where Ivan literally runs away because they found out, spoilers, Annie and Ivan get married. You saw it in the trailer, and like, Ivan's parents literally find out, and Taurus is trying to get a hold of Ivan, because if he doesn't get a hold of Ivan, Taurus is gonna get whacked, because his family are like pretty much sort of like Russian. They allude they're like in the Russian mafia, sort of behind business deals, kind of, and they're lawyers too at the same time. So like they don't. He just doesn't want those problems, and also Ivan. I once again, Ivan is a little shit, man. I couldn't stand that character, man. Especially the things that I dislike. But yeah, but particular one scene where, like, the with Ivan, Igor, Toros and Garnet and Annie, like, they're in the living room. They have her tied up, and like, she says, "I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna scream," like, and like she was literally beating up these big Russian dudes, and it, like, with her feet. That just shows you how much real power she has. Like, when you're, taking it. What? Whoa, wait, nope, you can't say that. YouTube guidelines and all that. Yeah. Yeah. She. Yeah. Um. Also, it just showed. What I also liked about this movie is just going back to talking about Ivan's spoiled that little ass. Is that, Ivan doesn't know how to appreciate that he is a wealthy kid. He takes it for granted. He never, like, you could tell that this kid's never worked a day in his life, and the way he treats people, even the way he treats Annie, like, sometimes, like, he literally basically is buying her affections, if that makes sense. And I'll go over that later on too. He was basically buying her affections, like taking her out, have her play video games with her, and you think that he, like, actually like her, but in retrospect, no, he didn't like her. He liked her for, like, because he saw her as like a plaything, as not as a person, more as like just a sex object. And he didn't even, like, within he didn't even know that they were that he was married, because he was so, like, into the drugs or whatever. um uh but yeah, it just, yeah, spit. And one of my other favorite characters in this series is Igor, the gentle giant that I was talking about. He does feel sorry for Annie. You could tell that there's a thing between them. Like, I think he actually likes her for who she is or whatever. And like, I I kind of wish that they would have went down a little bit of that path of maybe that they could, like, end up, like, getting her out of that situation. But then again, it goes back to, you know, this is pretty much a grounded, realistic story comedy type of thing. So most girls don't want to be saved, if that makes sense. But yeah, there was a lot of funny parts in this movie. Like, it's not like all just like bad, like, sex work, and just it was just bad diluted scenes and things like that. uh so now we gotta go talk about the things that I did not like in this movie. And just like what I was saying earlier, what I was really deep in I was diving into this was that it what I did not like about the movie is that like there was no consequence. They're basically saying that yes, although Ivan is a bad kid and he is a little shit, Annie is just as bad because guess what? She's choosing to stay in that work. You know, she did not like Ivan for him per se. She liked the lifestyle of Ivan. And that's the problem in most today's society for a lot of young ladies is like they don't necessarily there's a lot of young ladies that don't necessarily like dudes because they like them, they like them with what they can give them. So like the thing, let's just be honest with you. If Ivan didn't have like a whole bunch like his parents' money, would Annie really give him the time of day? Let's be real. No, she would not. Like she like if you saw Ivan, you'd think he's a dork, like a real, really dorky kid or whatever. But since he has money, lifestyle, you know, big old house, big mansion, all of that, which is his parents, by the way. He gets a pass or whatever, and a lot of ladies nowadays do that. Like they don't like you for who you are. They like you for what you can get them. And you know, this ain't no red pill content, ladies. This is just the truth or whatever. Um, and that's why a lot of relationships are jacked up or whatever because we're marrying for a lifestyle, not because of the person. Because like you want to if you truly like somebody and you truly love somebody, money is one thing, but like you know it's the personality that's even more better or whatever. So like you know once you're old, decrepit, looks are gone, everything is gone, are you still gonna like that person? Or do you see themselves in do you see with themselves for 20, 30, 40 plus years? You're lying to yourself if you're saying that you are because it was just an annulment type of marriage. Like you were marrying this person for what they have, and what the movie was kind of saying. It's not Annie's fault that she acts like that. Yeah, it is. Like Annie is just as guilty as Ivan because guess what? A- Annie can get out of that situation if she really wants to. If she really wants to stop doing sex work, she'll find a way how to do it with, without like trying to. Once again, you're selling your body to to a dude that's a is a like a low class jerk, doesn't care about you, sees you as an object, and that you're doing what you're quote unquote doing what you're good at. I bet if Annie had a better lifestyle, a better situation, she'll be able to, um, you know, figure it out. But you know, I don't know how to explain it. You're choosing your dilemma, and that's what I did not like about this part of the movie is that you're telling young ladies that you know it's perfect, like they could get into that type of work or whatever, they can live their best life, and it's not their fault or whatever, it's always going to be the man's fault. That's really what the this movie was kind of hinting, in my honest opinion. But also um, as much as I like Mikey Madison in this film, you and this is the controversial part that I was talking about. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Demi Moore should have won, and you just proved The Substance correctly. If you watch the movie The Substance, which is a masterpiece of a movie. Like it showed you what happens in Hollywood with older women and what happens when they're quote unquote used goods. You just proved The Substance correctly, Oscars. You just did it. Like and you didn't even notice that you did it. Like that was the funny part. Like when Mikey Madison won the best female actress, which once again, you know, she was a sex worker or whatever, like you just proved the substance right. If you watch the movie The Substance, you just proved Demi Moore's movie correctly. That like when you hit a certain age, and once again, Demi Moore, in my opinion, should have won. Like Demi Moore should have won for The Substance. I don't know, Demi, if you ever see this video or not or whatever. I believe that you should have won. You just proved the movie correct for The Substance. That was correct. You just basically just said like if you're an older woman, you, like no one don't care about you. They gave it to the younger woman because like let's break down the category. You had old girl from Wicked. I mean, I guess she was the DEI thing or whatever. You know, I don't really care about that type of stuff. Then you got Mikey Madison. I mean, she won, fair enough. Then you had the man that was for Lily Perez, and then you had Demi Moore. And I'm sorry, Demi Moore had the experience. She still looks beautiful for her age. Like she should have won. She should have won. I'm sorry. Like yeah, call me a Demi Moore simp or whatever. But yeah, I didn't like what the Oscars just did to Demi Moore. Like she got stubbed. Okay, like I'm sorry. Like you prove the substance correctly with this or whatever. You just proved that if you're young and you're good looking and you're hot, you're good. You're like your talent don't even much matter anymore as a woman. That's basically what I got out of this whole entire subject. But just overall, like this video is getting a little bit longer. Um, do will I rewatch this movie? I mean, Honora, is it a great movie? Yeah, I think it's a solid like 8 out of 10. Will I rewatch it? It has a lot of nudity, a lot of sex work stuff. Um, will I put it in my Blu-ray collection? Maybe, however, but yeah, I just I don't know if I'll rewatch it, but definitely like it's an 8.5 out of 10 in my opinion as a film. However, all the nudity, all the nudity stuff aside, like it had great, compelling characters. It had a solid story. You had two antagonists. I'm sorry, Annie is antagonist too, because like once again, you're promoting that it's okay to do like young ladies can do sex work. You even thank sex workers on like on your Oscar speech. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a it's a whole bag of worms and cats. But you know what? Once again, this video is getting a little bit long, so share, and subscribe. This Thursday, we have a new time switch. We're gonna be starting 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Shout out to Big Dog Jake. Shout out to Phantom X, and see you guys later. Peace out. Love.